Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC right before I go and kick my own ass by, exercising because I'm insane. All right, to the disclaimers, folks. If you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shots campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused, so you know the drill, folks. Please read the article. Share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC actually ever does see through with their threat. Trigger warning 1. When we are discussing places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center and Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please make sure to use the headphones. Trigger warning 2. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and we speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger, and they are still watching this, as always, parental supervision is advised. So we ran into some strangeness and deliverance level crap yesterday. And a lot of people who don't seem to understand that there is a difference between being a true advocate and being a keyboard warrior. A keyboard warrior is someone who comments anonymously behind a screen. They are utterly protected. They are absolutely putting nothing on the line by saying something. They are simply contributing to the voices of the mob. Okay? Taking a few minutes out of your day to leave a comment and do a hashtag is not advocacy. Okay? Advocacy is a way of being. This is my life. This is my life's work. And when I die, the work I am doing now and have been doing since 2006, that's going to be my legacy when I die someday. Okay? We are boots on the ground. We are grant writing. We are bill writing. We are at our state capitals, we're at our national capitals. We are not just organizing marches, but organizing meetings with the politicians that can put the things in place that need to be to protect people like me. Okay? It's real work. It's phone calls. It's networking. It's playing nice with some of the scummiest bastards on planet Earth because that's the only way sometimes to get shit done. Okay? You don't risk anything by leaving a comment and doing a hashtag. You haven't accomplished anything typing and putting a hashtag. What does that do? At the very best, it might help boost visibility, but if you've seen it in the past, especially when it comes to places like the JRC, visibility doesn't necessarily get shit done. Action does. And I'm not talking sedentary action. It requires you to get up off your ass. It requires you to open your door. It requires you to serve something bigger than yourself. It's about sacrifice, blood, sweat, tears, adversity. Okay? That's an advocate. A keyboard warrior is simply typing out a message and hashtagging to get likes because their minds are stuck in high school. And this is just all a big popularity contest. That's not how real advocates work. Okay? Nor do real advocates go to start insulting people's physical appearance simply because they have no real arguments. Okay? Don't get the two twisted. They're not even remotely close to being sane. The keyboard warrior risks nothing. A true advocate risks everything every single day. To the disclaimers, if you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic. It's a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, folks, NeuroClastic has refused. You know the drill. Please read the article. Share it on all your social media. And I'm repeating myself, aren't I? I don't have an edit button and it's morning. And I have not had my second dose of caffeine yet. Forgive me, all right? Where we left off, all right? Send help. We also note that although argumentative communication devices may assist staff in communicating with nonverbal individuals, this is nevertheless evidence that those individuals have difficulty communicating. Of fucking course. Gotta have that neurotypical in there to neuro explain everything, don't we? But we're saying that you can't communicate what's happening to you. That's why you have to have the device, I swear to God. Alright, neurotypicals. What is your smartphone? What is your smartphone? Bare bones? It's an assistive device. What does that device assist you with? Communicating, whether through social media, through email, through Messenger. That's what your phone is. It's an assistive device. The only reason why it's not called an assistive device is because neurotypicals use it. Point blank. All right? I'm tired. Exhausted. Okay? I hate comments like this because the very idea behind an assistive device like that is so that communicating is no longer difficult. In fact, if you are willing to give the person the communicative device before forcing them through adversives, you might find that you actually no longer have the need to do so. But let's continue to read, shall we? The comment does not explain or give examples of how these devices compensate for difficulties communicating AEs or injuries, nor does the comment present evidence contradicting the likelihood of atypical pain expression. At least you're willing to admit that. Oh my God, we found a unicorn, folks. Here's the thing. If you are given a communication device, the exact intention of it is to at least somewhat help compensate for the difficulty in communication. Okay? If you have that device, the difficulty is either going to be less or not there at all. Children. I'm dealing with literal children. Now, let's talk about atypical pain expression. Remember when I told you all that the way we experience things, the way our body language works, it's not that it's non existent, it's that it's different from yours. And because neurotypicals are so unfamiliar with it, they have this idea in our heads, well, then, obviously, you're not really feeling pain because I can't see it on your face. That pain comes out in other ways. For me, it would hold down, hold down, hold down, hold down until I couldn't hold down anymore and the inevitable explosion came. For others of us, we have been taught to mask and play down our feelings and our physical discomfort for so damn long that it just becomes automatic at some point. You can't just say that a person doesn't feel pain because they are not exhibiting that they are in pain in a way that you neurotypicals can wrap your brain around. We are not the same. And the sooner you can wrap your brain around that, the a lot less of this insanity will continue. The FDA maintains many individuals who present with SIB or AB would have difficulty communicating or otherwise demonstrating AEs and injuries, and the panel agreed. Fair enough. Without an assistive device, if one of your main problems from the autism diagnosis is communication, particularly verbal, which they insist on, along with eye contact, although I can promise you, nobody ever met their demise because I stared at that spot that's eye level on their nose bridge instead of directly into their eyes. No neurotypicals were harmed during that experiment that became part of my repertoire while going out to speak to crowds. I promise you. All right. Without the proper assistive devices for those individuals, yes, communicating that they are indeed feeling physical pain is extremely difficult to a point. When it is at the level of the JRC, when they are shocking you just below the lethal limit, one of three things happen: immediate violent retaliation, shell shock syndrome and freezing, which is common, or you get where I'm going with this, right? Or you're going to scream like Andre McCollum screamed. Now, that is a universal thing that everybody can wrap their brains around. At least one would think. But then again, here in 2024, here we are, 20 years later for my ass, and here we still are. We're going to close on that, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do get tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to utilize those comments. I appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see you in a few seconds.